The Chinese entertainment industry woke up to an earth-shattering revelation this morning that has left millions of fans gasping in disbelief. Liu Yuning, the beloved actor and singer who has captured hearts across Asia, has just filed what insiders are calling the lawsuit of the decade against Zhao Lusi's former talent agency. The allegation? A contract payment scandal so massive it could reshape how the entire Chinese entertainment business operates. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. The contract in question involves none other than Zhao Lusi herself, the actress whose doe-eyed charm and phenomenal acting skills have made her one of China's most bankable stars. And if you think you've heard shocking celebrity news before, buckle up, because what's unfolding in this courtroom drama makes your average Hollywood scandal look like child's play. Why would Liu Yuning risk everything to go after an agency that isn't even his own? This is the question that has everyone from Beijing to Los Angeles scratching their heads in confusion and fascination. According to explosive court documents that surfaced just hours ago, Liu Yuning has taken the unprecedented step of suing Zhao Lusi's former management company, claiming that despite Zhao Lusi's contract officially ending months ago, the agency has continued to pocket payments that were contractually owed to the actress. But wait, it gets even more convoluted and controversial. Sources close to the situation, who spoke on condition of anonymity because they fear professional retaliation, reveal that Liu Yuning's involvement in this legal nightmare isn't random or coincidental. The connection between these two megastars runs deeper than anyone could have imagined, and the financial implications of this case could potentially expose a systematic pattern of exploitation that has allegedly been happening behind the glittering curtain of China's entertainment machine for years. Industry veterans are calling this moment a potential watershed event that could finally shine a spotlight on contract manipulation and payment withholding practices that have allegedly plagued young artists for decades. Could this scandal bring down one of China's most powerful talent agencies and trigger a domino effect throughout the entire Asian entertainment landscape? The stakes couldn't be higher, and the potential fallout is absolutely staggering. Legal experts who have reviewed the preliminary filings are describing Liu Yuning's lawsuit as meticulously documented and potentially devastating for the agency in question. What makes this case particularly explosive is the timing and the context. Zhao Lusi, who has been conspicuously silent on social media for the past several weeks, a period that eagle-eyed fans noticed but couldn't quite explain, has now been thrust into the center of a legal maelstrom she may not have even wanted to create. Her agency, whose name is being temporarily withheld pending formal court proceedings, but which has represented some of China's biggest names, is now facing allegations that could result in massive financial penalties, criminal investigations, and the potential loss of their business license. Meanwhile, Liu Yuning, who has built his reputation not just on his acting and musical talents, but also on his image as a stand-up guy who looks out for his friends and colleagues, is being hailed by some as a hero and condemned by others as someone who is overstepping his boundaries. The internet has quite literally exploded with theories, accusations, support messages, and conspiracy theories that range from plausible to absolutely insane. The timeline of events that led to this courtroom confrontation reads like a thriller novel that no one saw coming. According to legal documents filed with the Beijing District Court, the trouble began approximately 8 months ago, when Zhao Lusi officially terminated her contract with the agency that had represented her since the early days of her career. The separation, which was initially reported as amicable and mutually agreed upon, now appears to have been anything but smooth. Industry insiders who spoke to various entertainment news outlets under conditions of strict anonymity painted a picture of mounting tensions between the actress and her management team throughout the final year of their professional relationship. These sources claim that disagreements over project selection, revenue sharing, and creative control had been brewing for quite some time, with Zhao Lusi allegedly expressing frustration that she was being pushed into roles and endorsement deals that didn't align with her artistic vision or personal brand. But here's where the plot thickens to the consistency of concrete. When Zhao Lusi's contract officially ended, there were apparently multiple outstanding payments that should have been remitted to the actress within a standard 30 to 60-day period following contract termination. These payments, according to the lawsuit filed by Liu Yuning, included residual earnings from drama series and films that had been completed during her representation period, endorsement deals that had been negotiated while she was still under contract but which extended beyond her departure date, appearance fees from various events and promotional activities, and what the legal filing describes as substantial revenue from merchandising and licensing agreements that use Zhao Lusi's name and likeness. The total amount allegedly owed to Zhao Lusi, while not officially confirmed in the initial court documents, is rumored by entertainment industry accountants familiar with such contracts to potentially run into the millions of yuan, possibly even approaching or exceeding 10 million yuan depending on how many revenue streams are ultimately proven to be involved. Now here's where Liu Yuning enters the picture in a way that has absolutely everyone talking. According to sources with direct knowledge of the situation, Liu Yuning became aware of Zhao Lusi's financial predicament through their mutual circles within the entertainment industry. The two actors have worked together on multiple projects over the years and have maintained what insiders describe as a genuine friendship built on mutual respect and shared experiences navigating the often treacherous waters of celebrity life in China. When Liu Yuning learned that Zhao Lusi had been waiting months for payments that were contractually and legally owed to her, and that the agency was allegedly stonewalling her attempts to resolve the matter quietly and privately, he reportedly made the decision to take action himself. But why would Liu Yuning, who has his own thriving career and his own management to deal with, insert himself into a contractual dispute between Zhao Lusi and her former agency? This is where competing narratives emerge, and where the story becomes even more fascinating and complex. One version of events, which is being promoted by supporters of Liu Yuning's actions, suggests that the actor discovered evidence of a broader pattern of financial misconduct by the agency in question. According to this narrative, Liu Yuning learned that Zhao Lusi was not the only former client of this agency, who had experienced difficulty receiving final payments after contract termination. If this version is accurate, then Liu Yuning's lawsuit could potentially be the first salvo in a much larger battle that could see multiple former clients of this agency coming forward with similar claims. Legal experts specializing in entertainment law have noted that if Liu Yuning can prove systematic withholding of payments from multiple clients, the case could potentially escalate from a civil contract dispute to a criminal fraud investigation, which would have absolutely catastrophic consequences for the agency and potentially for individuals within the agency's management structure. However, there's an alternative narrative that's also gaining traction in certain corners of the internet and within some entertainment industry circles. This version suggests that Liu Yuning's involvement in the case is more personal than professional, with some speculators going so far as to suggest that there might be an unreported romantic relationship between Liu Yuning and Zhao Lusi that would explain his extraordinary willingness to involve himself in her financial affairs. Proponents of this theory point to various social media interactions over the years, behind-the-scenes footage from joint projects where the two actors appear particularly comfortable with each other, and the simple fact that it's highly unusual for one entertainment industry professional to sue another's former management company, unless there's some kind of personal stake involved. However, representatives for both Liu Yuning and Zhao Lusi have categorically denied any romantic involvement between the two actors, with Liu Yuning's legal team releasing a statement that describes his actions as those of a concerned colleague who believes strongly in fairness and proper treatment of artists within the entertainment industry. The agency at the center of this storm has remained largely silent since the lawsuit was filed, releasing only a brief statement through their corporate communications department that reads, in its entirety, "We are aware of the legal action that has been initiated, and we intend to vigorously defend ourselves against these unfounded allegations. Our company has always operated with the highest ethical standards, and we have consistently fulfilled our contractual and legal obligations to all current and former clients. We look forward to the opportunity to present our side of the story in the appropriate legal forum." This carefully worded statement, which was clearly drafted by lawyers with an eye toward limiting potential damage, has done little to satisfy the millions of fans and industry observers who are demanding answers and accountability. What makes this case particularly fascinating from a legal standpoint is the question of standing, which is lawyer speak for whether Liu Yuning has the legal right to sue the agency on behalf of or related to Zhao Lusi's contract. Normally, contract disputes are matters between the parties who sign the contract, meaning that any lawsuit over unpaid fees should be filed by Zhao Lusi herself against her former agency. So how is Liu Yuning able to bring this case? According to legal analysts who have been dissecting the available court documents, there are several possible explanations. One possibility is that Zhao Lusi has assigned her contract rights to Liu Yuning,